Next, we're going to move on to alcohol and the recommendations and guidelines and the health risks that are associated with alcohol. First of all, we're going to start with the recommendations and guidelines. Now, for both men and women, they should have 14 units a week as a maximum. If you do have more than 14 units per week, you'll have a serious problem, and after a while it could lead to stroke, cirrhosis, hypertension or depression. The limits for units per day for men and women is 3 to 4 units for men and 2 to 3 units for women. That's per day, not per week, because per week is 14 units. Now, cirrhosis is a liver dysfunction where the liver mutates and the cells also degenerate, causing it to become inflamed, which is when you see people's stomachs look like they're pregnant when they're really not. It's just where their liver has swollen right up, and it's really not that good because it can lead to liver failure, which then can lead to death. Hypertension is basically high blood pressure, so this is where your arteries and veins get a bit blocked up, causing your blood pressure to rise because there's not enough blood being pushed through, so it doesn't flow as well, which increases your heart rate. Then we have ischemic, which is basically where the blood supply is stopped because of a clot, which is 85% of all cases on alcohol poisoning is by this, because what it does is it thickens, and like the high blood pressure, it causes hypertension, which blocks up your arteries and your veins, and then when they get completely blocked, it causes a clot, which then leads to bad things, which could lead to death. Next we have hemorrhagic. Basically, this is where the blood vessels supplying the brain burst. So, if you imagine you have your blood and then all of a sudden it just kind of stops. This can also be the cause to a stroke, which is where there's not enough oxygen getting to the brain, which causes the brain to shut down, which is similar to this really.